Enjoying the show? You can help others find it and enjoy it too by giving us a 5-star rating or review. If you feel like reaching out to us with a question or comment, you can send us an email at mywifetherd@gmail.com. And don't forget to visit our website at mywifethedietitian.com, as well as our social media pages. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Enjoy the show. It's Rob and Sandra from My Wife the Dietitian, and this is Nutrition Nuggets.
Hi, Rob.
Hello, Sandra. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show, Sandra. It's nice to have you here.
This is a nutrition nugget.
Yes, it is. A nugget, a wee little nugget.
A wee little nugget. And it is something that many people I talk to have trouble with doing this. So I thought, okay, let's just do 5 ways to increase your vegetable intake.
Oh, that should be easy, you'd think, right?
Well, it's easier said than done.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I think most people know that vegetables are pretty healthy and something to include, right?
Yeah. I think it's one of those things that's tricky to make it taste good and tricky to find new ways to eat them. And, you know, like, because it's a raw food. It's not like vegetables aren't one of those things where you open the package and it's good to go. Well, I mean, it is, but it's not like flavored. It's not seasoned. It's not like coated in something, you know, it's not like a processed kind of meal. Right. You have to do something to it. You often have to cook it. You have to season it, or I don't know, however you flavor it to make it more palatable for some people. So, you know.
Yeah.
Vegetables are delicious. When you get good veggies that are right out of the garden, oh my God.
Oh yeah, I know. I actually really love the taste of vegetables.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
exactly.
funny that like it's something that is hard for people to enjoy.
Well, we grow up being told that it's something you have to eat, and you know, like we've talked about this before. You know, like vegetables are the demon on your plate, and you got to eat all your veggies. You know, like you don't get dessert until you eat all your veggies. So they're demonized, and then people think, oh, there's something that I shouldn't like.
Right.
Right. And we all grew up like that. I think that's been going on for generations. So I think we've learned that vegetables are something we have to tolerate. It's not something that oh my God, they're so good.
Yeah, but we just had a dinner full of vegetables.
And oh my God, it was so good.
It was so good. And it's like just, you know, using a little bit of olive oil and some spices and, you know, just baking or like roasting them. Mm-hmm.
Well, you learn some tricks, right?
Yeah.
We've learned a few tricks along the way of how to make things taste good. So that's why we're here. We're going to share that with you.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the problem too. I mean, a lot of kids don't grow up even seeing vegetables in the kitchen. And especially if you're in a household of, you know, everybody's busy and there's no time to like prepare food. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I just want to ask you a couple questions.
Oh, okay.
Why are vegetables healthy? Like, why do we need them, do you think?
Well, fiber for one.
Yeah.
Polyphenols.
Yes.
What are the other things?
Wow.
What are the other words?
There's no chart in front of you either.
There's some anti-word. Let's see an anti-word. Antioxidants? Is that in vegetables?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Vitamins and minerals.
Totally. Yeah. What kind do you...
Vitamin C.
Yes.
Is a big one.
Yes.
Vitamin A.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, you're looking at me like you're impressed right now.
I'm really impressed. Whoa. That's great. Holy.
There's vitamin K in cruciferous vegetables.
Wow. That's right.
I know, right?
Remember the episode we did with Katie Dodd?
I do. That's I was just tapping into that.
The blood thinning and the vitamin K.
Yeah.
All right. And there's minerals, something that helps with anemia.
Iron?
Yes.
In vegetables?
Yes.
Okay. I always think of iron as being in meat.
Yeah, but there's plant-based iron in vegetables.
Oh, right. There's heme iron and non-heme iron.
Wow. My goodness, that's impressive.
Forgot. Yeah, okay. It's all coming back now.
That's great.
Oh, my.
There's another mineral that...
Magnesium.
Yes.
There you go.
How did you know I was thinking that?
Because I've known you forever. I can read your mind. Like, yeah, I know what you're thinking more often than you think.
Okay. Well,
just
I was
saying.
going to say it relaxes the muscles. It helps with bowel movements. So
Exactly.
there we go. It helps. Yeah, all those vitamins and minerals help with different body functions, helps with your immunity, with energy production, with bone strength, the vitamin K. Like you said, high in fiber, good for digestion, for your bowel movements, for your gut microbiome. They're inherently low in calories and no fat. Well, mostly, except for avocado has a healthy fat. But antioxidants, as you mentioned, phytochemicals, like you think of beta carotene are in what color?
Orange.
Yes, orange vegetables, which everybody should have every day, at least one orange vegetable and a green. And good for our heart, so good for blood pressure. And as you mentioned, with the cruciferous, are really good for that. And we will talk all about cruciferous in a minute, and what they are, like cruciferous vegetables. You know what they are?
I do. Yeah, we had this conversation at dinner the other night.
Yeah.
Well, it was about wondering what was I wondering? Oh, I think I said something about sauerkraut because it was fermented and cruciferous. So it's like a powerhouse.
Totally. You know, that's so interesting. I just heard another thing about that. And yeah, sauerkraut and kimchi are actually even elevated more on the fermented, like the probiotic food list, because they have those qualities of a vegetable too.
True.
So
Right.
compared to yogurt and kefir, which are, but they have different qualities. So anyways, let's not get too off track here.
Okay.
So yeah, anyways, great for disease prevention and chronic disease maintenance too, like helping to, if you have diabetes, to maintain blood sugars, or if you have had cardiovascular disease or problems with heart health, then vegetables, including vegetables in your overall intake, is really important.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and they have the prebiotics, right? Like the prebiotics, sorry. That is the food for the probiotics. So you get prebiotics from fiber that comes from a lot of times vegetable or starches.
There you go.
All right. So 5 ways to increase those vegetables, Rob. What did we do for breakfast, for instance?
Vegetables?
Yeah.
Really? Well, I guess some people will add them in their smoothie. I'm not a vegetable for breakfast. Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Well, if you have eggs.
I was going to say eggs aren't vegetables. What are you talking about?
No. But if you eat
okay,
eggs.
yeah, no, I suppose. Yeah, you can make up. Yeah, what am I talking about? I do this sometimes. You make up a big egg kind of thing. I make it's either an omelet, and I don't know beforehand. I decide as I'm going along what it's going to be. So it's either going to be scrambled eggs with a whole bunch of veggies in it. So usually mushrooms, onions, peppers, tomatoes, whatever I have, you know me, whatever's in the fridge that looks like it would work, it's going into the pan. And then I either crack some eggs over the top and put a lid on it, and it kind of rises into a big kind of pie souffle thing. We cut it into slices, and or I just mix it all up into scrambled eggs.
I love it. That's so delicious.
I haven't done that in a while. Well, we haven't had enough eggs because our son keeps eating them all. So he'll eat like 10 eggs at a time. I'm like, dude, that's like the whole carton. Like, there's only 2 left. I'm not going to have one and share one with mom. Like, come on.
We just had eggs tonight.
Right.
Yeah. That, you know what? I think that should be the recipe of the week in the newsletter.
There it is.
It was so good. It was strata. It was like something that your mom used to make for like Christmas morning.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
And it was a little bit different that I made, but anyways, we're getting off.
It's incentive to sign up for the newsletter.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll have to sign up for that to find out what the heck we're talking about.
But eggs.
It's so worth it. It's very tasty.
Yeah. And on the side, we had veggies with those. What kind of veggies today?
Massive zucchini.
Yes.
We got one of those gigantic zucchinis that people grow in their garden and you get this time of year. And the people who grow them in their garden probably have like 40 of them. And they're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? They're like the size of a watermelon. They're massive.
And we can barely use that one. I can't imagine.
I know I'm amazed that we've used it. And Hardly. You're just like cutting slices of it and sticking it in the oven on a baking sheet with some, spices and olive oil or whatever, however you do it. It's awesome. And it's got these massive seeds in it that are like pumpkin seeds
Yes.
not the little green pumpkin seeds you buy at the store, but like actual from a pumpkin.
Yeah.
They're massive big seeds, but they get crunchy in the oven. They're really good.
Oh, I know. And it's just in the, like, we just cut the zucchini like a coin, like cut it like round, and a little bit of olive oil and some seasoning, and then it's so good because you just eat the seeds like right with it. You don't take the seeds out. It's just easy.
Mm-hmm. And it's like the size of a pancake.
I know.
Like they're massive, but they're
no,
really
like the zucchini, not the seeds.
the rounds. I mean, yeah, not the seeds.
Yeah.
The pancake, the zucchini thing. Yeah, they're really tasty. Because I saw that zucchini, I'm like, what the heck are we going to do with this? Like, you made bread and muffins, and we did all sorts of things, and I'm still
using
that's only like a quarter of the zucchini you used. What the heck are we gonna? We're gonna not eat muffins every day forever. That's not gonna work. But yeah, no, we're going through it.
Funny. Yeah. So okay. So for breakfast, you can definitely include some veggies somehow. If you are an egg eater at breakfast, you can add some veggies next to your eggs. Some saute some spinach, onions, like you said, peppers, mushrooms, tomato. All those are awesome. If you're making a smoothie, you could always add some spinach in there, or kale, or some avocado. That's right. The frozen diced avocado,
or fresh with your eggs.
Yes,
is tasty too.
Oh, that'd be good too.
Yeah,
if you can find one that's ripe.
Yeah, that's ripe and good.
Yeah, that's the great thing about the frozen diced avocado.
True. Yeah, not
for the smoothie.
Yeah, for the smoothie. Yeah, you got it.
Makes it creamy and delicious. Okay, number 2 is snacks. So if you snack between breakfast and lunch, or if you snack between lunch and dinner, or if you snack at night, I think afternoon snack is probably a common place to have veggies, but you can dip them in hummus, or how do you snack on veggies?
Yeah, that's a good one, a good go-to. You got to have stuff, though. I mean, that's like, you can't eat veggies if you don't have them in your fridge. So you got to keep a good stockpile of things that you like in your fridge. If they're cut up, even better. You're more likely to eat them. But at least if they're in your fridge, you can pull it out. Red pepper, for instance, or some celery or carrot sticks or whatever. And they're, instant snack if you got some hummus.
And if you're at work or at school, I love how our daughter, she's good at, grabbing the baby carrots and the baby tomatoes and the sweet peas, like the snap peas or snow peas, all the different little lunch type of veggies.
Yeah, a little bite size.
Yeah.
They even make those now. Like, they make packages of those in the produce section. You can buy them already cut up. It's like a veggie tray in a bag. Mm-hmm. If you're not going to cut them up, then boom, they're already done for you. Like, you can buy the mixed bags. Mm-hmm. So you got a whole bunch of different stuff all ready to go. And that's a really good way to do it. I was doing that for a little while, buying like the bag of like little broccoli florets or whatever they're called, because they're little bite size. And I thought, this is perfect. You just open that and dip it in hummus. And because, when we have broccoli, I don't typically get the broccoli out at lunch and cut it into little bite-sized pieces. And, it's just like, no, I need something quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So check those out. There's lots of options now in the produce section for, grab and go kind of veggies.
Love it. Yeah. Anything to make eating vegetables easier is awesome. Mm-hmm. That's like a winner in my book. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Number 3 would be let's sneak some veggies into our soups, into our stews, into our dips.
Oh, easy.
You can make it with dip, like a veggie dip.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a spinach dip, or like a baba ganoush.
Baba ganoush. Cucumber dip I made one time too.
Oh, yeah.
So we had for some reason we had a ton of cucumbers.
Right.
That we needed to use up, and I just like ground them all down in the food processor, and I think I added some
garlic,
plain yogurt, garlic, a bit of dill, and it was like a tzatziki kind of.
That was delicious.
Yeah, it was really tasty and pretty easy, and used up the cucumbers, and Someone I was talking to the other day said they made cucumber bread.
Oh.
Like zucchini bread, but with cucumbers. Like, that's different.
Yeah, you feel like I just think they're so wet, but I guess zucchini is too.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's interesting.
Yeah, different.
Wow, yeah. I love it when you get the food processor out. Because you make like hummus, you make guacamole, the cucumber. Yeah, that'd be great. You want to do that again?
Maybe.
Okay. It's getting to be that time of year.
Cucumber dip time.
Or
maybe zucchini. Is there still zucchini
yes,
left?
there
maybe
is.
We'll
Yeah.
grind that up and do some sort of fancy Rob dip with it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And, you can definitely add some veggies into soup and stews. Like, our soup is just loaded.
Oh, it's so loaded. I like chunks, but for people who don't like to know what they're eating, and there's a lot of people like that, they don't want to know, they don't want to like a chunk of mushroom or something. They'll be like, hey, there's mushrooms in it. But
true.
If you can grind that up, so it's just like I don't know, what do you call it? Like
puree.
A puree,
Yeah.
more like a creamy kind of, texture.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you get it all in there. It's like how parents feed their kids vegetables, right? They just put it all in and they grind it all up, and the kid doesn't know what they're eating, but they're getting it all in there.
Right. Yeah. And the dip, do you remember that time we had that black bean soup? It was so good and thick. And like 2 days later, you spread it on something on your toast. It was so thick. It was like, I guess the soup turned into a dip.
Yeah, I guess it dehydrates over time. It loses its moisture, right? And
it gets thick. It's like the resistant starch too, probably.
True.
You know, like it just got so thick, and it was good though. It was like, this is like a really good black bean dip.
Yeah, where you
that used to be soup.
Spread it on a tortilla
so
and
funny.
Make a little burrito.
I know.
Yeah,
you
was
can be
great.
so creative with food, eh? Like it is, like it's a way to express your creativity if you have time. And you give it some attention. I think it's like, and you can, like, vegetables is like to cook vegetables and bake them and use them in different forms. It's like art.
Mm-hmm. It totally is. Yeah. That's how I start. Any meal I make is just a big pan full of veggies. And then they're always going to be something they're going on. So like pasta or rice or some kind of base. And then there'll be some sort of sauce. Mm-hmm. So if we don't have sauce in the cupboard, then it'll either just be like a easy soy sauce kind of thing, or it'll be olive oil, or, kind of just something simple.
Or even the peanut sauce with peanut butter and soy sauce.
Yeah, that's good.
And turmeric and ginger.
And garlic. That's supposed to be pretty good for you.
It's so good. Oh my gosh, yeah. No, that's delicious.
All right, what's the next one? Lunch, afternoon snack?
Yeah, well, actually, I was thinking lunch because a lot of people I talk to they only eat vegetables at dinner.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
Yeah, it's pretty common. I mean, that's how we grow up, right? With meat, potato, vegetable, maybe. I mean, everybody.
A little bit of vegetable on the plate.
Yeah. Big piece of meat, some.
Big heap of potatoes and 2 strings of beans or something.
Yeah, 2 peas.
Yeah.
So if you can try to get some veggies in at lunch, or packing kids' lunches, try to get some veggies in there. But like you do, the salad bar type of lunch at home.
And once again, that's only works if you have it in your fridge ready to go.
Yeah. And if you've batch cooked, like some people batch cook on the weekend or whenever, and you can get the roasted, like we did with the zucchini, and the roasted peppers and the garlic. Like, remember the roasted garlic? I didn't even have to process it at all. Like, I just grabbed a whole bulb of garlic and put it, as I was cooking something else, I just put it on the pan, and then it came out, and I don't even think we used it for that meal, but it was in the fridge, and you put it on.
I put it on the pizza we made.
Yeah.
Because it ended up being like spreadable. Yeah, you kind of squeezed it out of the little segment, and I could spread it on the pizza like butter.
Good. Yeah, it's delicious, and it's like it's sweeter when it's baked like that, right?
Yeah, or roasted. It's so tasty.
Oh yeah. So that's if you can batch cook, and then you batch a bunch of you cook a bunch of vegetables. You can make rice bowls and like the poke bowl and the Buddha bowl, those kind of things. Or you can just like add them to whatever dish you're making, right?
Yeah.
In the moment, because if you have those roasted vegetables already done, then they're just easy to add.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've told you about that pasta place we went to years ago, and it was like a like when you go to Subway and you start with like, okay, what kind of bun do you want and what do you want on it and all that, right? Well, this is like a pasta place, and you'd pick your plate of noodles first, like style of noodles, and then you'd go down the line, and they had all the toppings. So they had all the different kinds of protein. They had like shrimp or chicken or meatballs or whatever, right? And then all the different veggies you could put on it, all the different sauces you could put on it, different toppings like cheese and chili peppers and all that stuff. And then they'd weigh it at the end, and that's how you'd pay for it. So you could have anything. Oh, frick, it was awesome. Like it was so good because it was just all these different options.
Yeah.
And it's like, I like Subway because of that too. I mean, I don't like that it's a giant sandwich, but I like that there's all these different things and I get to choose what I'm going to eat.
Yeah.
So,
oh, totally.
Yeah, no, it's so if you can recreate that at home by just having all those options kind of on hand and ready to go, it makes your lunch, like making your lunch, so easy, and it's fun.
Yeah.
And it's exciting because you're like, oh, right, I got all this stuff. And, like you're excited that you've prepared it.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
It's just, time, eh? People are just so busy. And, the CSA box really helps with, you get all these vegetables, and it's like, what do we do with them? And so you just like throw them in the oven, just like put them on a cookie sheet and put some olive oil on them.
Yeah.
And usually they bake or they're roasted, and it's just, or you can grill them, or, even if you buy frozen veggies and do the same thing with you can get cubed squash, like frozen squash, and that goes on the cookie sheet, or even string beans, you can like bake those.
Yeah, it is really easy. The trick is to throw a little bit of spice on them too, so they're not just bland. But the roasting brings out some flavor in them, and a little bit of spice, and it's easy. You just throw them on, stick it in the oven, and 5 minutes, and it's ready to eat. Yeah,
so good, good.
Yeah, it's a great easy one.
Yeah, totally. So adding to lunch, and then number 5 is basically making your dinner with half the plate as vegetables. So almost build your dinner around the veggies. So make it the star of the show.
And I think people are more familiar with dinner veggies, but there's so many different options out there too. And just hit the internet and look for some different ideas. And it's all just regular vegetables that we have, but knowing what to do with them is the trick. So
absolutely. Yeah. So just to recap quickly. So at breakfast, if you can add some veggies in there, if you're snacking on veggies through the day, instead of, crackers or other, snacky items and then sneak them into soups and stews and dips, make dips out of your veggies. You could add vegetables at lunchtime, so even a salad or a salad bar type thing, like you think of what's in a salad bar, like the Subway bar, and you think, okay, I can put different veggies in my sandwich or in my wrap or add it to my meal.
Your bowl.
Bowl,
just a big bowl full of that stuff.
Exactly. That's right.
Rice bowl or a big salad. Yeah, it all works.
Yeah. And the last one, think your plate ratio, and like half the plate's vegetables for dinner. So make it the star of the meal. Build your meal around the veggies, and not just one, like have more than one veggie. Like you don't have to just have one vegetable. You can have a whole bunch of different vegetables, different colors. So we want to try to get at least 5 different colors of the rainbow in our daily intake. And we always talk about 30 different plant foods in the week. So this is going to help do that.
Exactly. There's your challenge. Awesome. Well, great tips. Thanks for sharing that. So check out our website. Lots more tips there. It's mywifethedietitian.com. You can send us an email if you have questions, things you want us to talk about on the show. We're more than happy to do that. The email is mywifetherd@gmail.com. You can find us on the internet as well. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You can connect with us there as well. And don't forget to rate and review the show. That's super helpful, helps other people find it, and it keeps us smiling here too. It's nice for us to hear some feedback about the things you like.
We're always smiling.
Oh, we're always smiling. My wife's so silly.
Anyways, go eat some veggies.
Yes, veggies. Share with your friends too. That's always a great, helpful thing for us as well. So that is it until next week. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in Canada, or wherever you celebrate Thanksgiving. That's in October. And for everyone else, just have a great weekend. And we'll talk to you all on Monday. Thanks for joining us today on My Wife the Dietitian. If you like what you heard, don't be shy. Leave us a comment or review, and be sure to share our podcast with your friends. If you'd like to hear more, hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on our social media pages for updates, episode trailers, and other odds and ends. For more info and links on what we discussed on today's episode, check the show notes. We'll be back next week with another informative and fun-filled episode.